والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We have a surprise gift for you, inshallah. My brother here, Dr Reda Bedeir, he is from Canada, so you're gonna like his accent. It's different in Texas, right? And he's well experienced with interfaith, well experienced with lectures, taught in several universities, very well known in Canada and all around the world. I was lucky to be with him on 2007 in Calgary. We had a conference and I met him there. We were teaching at that time with American Open University. And subhanallah, just came after the salon. Do you remember me? You look familiar, but who are you? What a lucky surprise. Alhamdulillah is with us. Brother Reda is going to address you, inshallah, today. So please show him the best. He's going to tell about you in Canada.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Astaghfirullah. Is this the way to receive somebody coming the way walking all the way from Canada? Let's try this again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That makes sense. I think if we try the third time, it will be better than this. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Great. If I were to ask each one of you to make a dua, just think for a second. I'm going to pick one from the brothers and one from the sisters. Think for a second. What would be your dua? If I were to ask you to make dua right now. Okay, whoever is ready, raise your hand. Yes. What's your name? Yes.
La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
That's a dhikr, right? I want somebody to make dua. Yes, brother here. Again, it's a dhikr. Let's go to the sisters. Yes. Hold on. You would ask Allah to? Allahu Akbar. To make my character like Prophet Muhammad sallallahu. I can hear you. Sallallahu. Excellent. A brother? A dua from a brother? A dua, not a dhikr. We have two dhikrs so far. Yes, what's your name? Kareem. MashaAllah. Oh Allah, forgive me and forgive my parents. What's a nice dua, MashaAllah. Shall I share with you a story? Say yes or yes?
Yes.
Excellent. I love that democracy. Okay. One of the Sahaba, almost your age, okay? Like the average here, I would say between 12 to 16 or 17, right? Okay. So one of the Sahaba was almost 16 years old. His name is Rabi'a ibn Ka'ab al-Aslami. His job was to stand in front of the door of the Prophet My mic is allergic, okay? You have to say this out loud. Let's try it again. He used to stand in front of the Prophet's door, and he would run errands for the Prophet ﷺ. Whatever the Prophet ﷺ would like to do during the day, he would just go and do it for him. And then he said, even during the night, I would be just waiting there at any time that the Prophet ﷺ might need something from me. And he said, all the night, all I can hear is, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. What does this mean? The Prophet is in a state of, give me the word, sujood, right? And then he said, one time, all of a sudden, the Prophet ﷺ came out, and he said, I would be waiting for, with the water for wudu for the Prophet ﷺ. And when the Prophet ﷺ came out, he said, Rabi'a, tamanna alay, ask me. As if he's saying, make a wish, make dua. Like I started the talk with this, I said, make dua. And Rabi'a said, Prophet of Allah, give me some time to think. Give me some time to think. Because the Prophet ﷺ is going to be the one who will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for Rabi'a. And this is a dua mustajab. It's accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he thought for a few seconds and he came back. He said, are you ready? He said, yes. He said, what's your dua? He said, Prophet of Allah, I started thinking, and I said, this dunya is coming to an end. And this is why I loved, mashallah, the two du'as that I heard. One of them is dua for the akhirah, and another one also that will benefit the person in the dunya and akhirah. Make my character like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and here, oh Allah, forgive me and forgive my parents. So he said, I looked at this dunya and I thought it's coming to an end. And my risk, my provision is guaranteed with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is that right or right? Are we guaranteed risk? Hello? Irving? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So is our risk guaranteed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Say yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay. So he said, I thought about making dua for the akhirah. And then I said, Prophet of Allah, أسألك مرافقتك في الجنة. I want to be in your company in Jannah. I want to be with you. Hold on. Did he say, I want to be in Jannah? Hello? What did he say? He wants the top of Jannah. To be in the company of the Prophet, it means you'll be in the Firdaus. You know Firdaus, your cousin? If you're a Somali? Okay. No, Firdaus is the top of Jannah. Am I right or right? Hello? Do you agree with me or agree? Excellent. So, he said, Ya Rasulullah, I want to be in your company in Jannah, because the Prophet taught us, if you were to ask Allah, ask him the top of Jannah, which is Al-Firdaus. So now, look at the ultimate goal of Rabi'ah, a 16-year-old boy. He's looking for not just Jannah, but, and that should be the ultimate goal of every Muslim. Let me conclude with this. In our life, we have a short-term goal, a long-term goal, and an ultimate goal. So we can ask for the dunya. Am I right or right? Excellent. Would you like to be a millionaire?
Yes.
No, I would like to be a billionaire. Okay? Because one of the 4 rightly guided Khalifas went to Jannah because of his millions. What's his name? Uthman radiallahu anh, right? He used to spend for the sake of Allah. So is it halal to be a billionaire? As long as I make money from halal way, right? Okay. Do you want to marry? Do you want to get married, inshallah?
Yes.
Later on. So this is a long-term goal. Am I right or right? Do you want to have your own car?
Yes.
Do you want to have your own house?
Yes.
Is it haram to ask Allah for this?
No.
No. So can we make dua for the dunya?
Yes.
We can. So these are short-term goals. You want to graduate, inshallah. You want to go to the university. You want to get a degree. You want to have a job. You want to have a car. You want to have your own house. But what's the ultimate goal of every Muslim? Remember the dua of Rabi'ah ibn Ka'b al-Aslami, the company of Prophet Muhammad in Jannah. I'm going to conclude with a cliffhanger because I can't talk to any people without cliffhanging them for the next time I'm going to see them, inshallah. You never know, we might meet again, inshallah. The Prophet ﷺ loved the children so much, and he was so cool. Do you know the Prophet ﷺ was so cool? What's cool for you today? To have like sunglasses, to have a certain haircut, right? No, the Prophet ﷺ was sitting with the Sahaba and he told them one day, ألا ترون كيف يصرف الله عني سب قريش وشتمها? Do you know how they used to call the Prophet ﷺ? What's his name? Hello? What's his name? What does it mean? What does Muhammad mean? The one who is worthy of praise all the time. The one who should be thanked for, the light and guidance he brought to humanity. So they used to call him the opposite, Mudhammam, because they hated him, the kuffar of Makkah. Okay? So he said to the Sahaba, do you know how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to take away from me the swearing and the insulting of Quraysh? They said, no, Prophet of Allah, share with us. He said, إِنَّهُمْ يَسُبُّونَ مُذَمَّمًا وَأَنَا مُحَمَّدٌ. They're cursing and insulting somebody called Mudammam, but I'm Muhammad. You see how to be cool? If somebody, like the Shaykh was reminding us downstairs, he said, people will always sometimes attack you, they might not like you, right? So whatever they do, just disregard it. So he used to say, they are insulting and swearing and cursing someone called Mudammam. But I'm not Mudammam, just take it easy. You know your slogan in life, who cares? That's what you say to your parents all the time. At this age, right? Who cares? And this is the cliffhanger. The Prophet ﷺ used to pass by Anas radiallahu anhu. And Anas had a younger brother called, Umayr. And Umayr is the diminutive form of Umar. And Umayr used to have a bird as a pet, and he used to play with it. So the Prophet ﷺ called that bird a name that rhymes with the name of Umayr. So every time the Prophet ﷺ would stop by, he would say, Ya Umayr, ma fa'ala nughayr. So he called the bird Nughayr. So every time he would see him, he said, Oh Umayr, how is your Nughayr? Meaning, how is your bird? But one day the Prophet ﷺ passed by Umayr, and Umayr was crying. Do you know why? Do you want to know the end of the story?
Yes.
Next time when I see you, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you so much.
The bird died.
Takbir! Allahu Akbar. Jazakallahu khairan. Shh. Jazakallahu khairan, Dr. Reda. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. He told you a story about the one that we love the most, the one that if you follow his sunnah, you go to Jannah, follow the sunnah, go to the Jannah, sunnah equals Jannah. He reminded you when you hear the name of Prophet Muhammad, you always say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When you say the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you always say subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is how you respect and you show the gratitude of the blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to us. Ya Umayr ma fa'ala nughayr. I can give you the answer, but that means he doesn't come back. Show me your tears. Stop it. I won't do it. Okay, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us all the time be like Rabi'a at his service. And we learned something else, that if someone calls you a name, Sami'a Shaykh? Sami'a? If someone calls you a name, what do? Ignore. Let's say someone called you ugly. He called me ugly. Tell him nothing. Walk away, because your name is not ugly. And every creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pretty. So when someone picks on you with a name, walk away. Prophet Muhammad was called Mudammam. He just said they're calling someone else. My name is Muhammad. So if someone gives you something, it's not good. Ta'al ya habibi, ta'al. You talk too much, I want to hear from you. Come here. Ta'al. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yalla, 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 yalla. Inti. Sheikh, inti, yes. No. You talk too much, then you need to present your speech over here. Hati dak. Tired. Eventually, what grade you are? 8, right? 7? I won't teach you next year. I'm going to teach you how to do a speech. You want to start now? Okay, sit down. If you talk when someone talks, that means you can talk better than the person. So step up here and talk. Who wants to talk? See? No one wants to talk. Who wants to pray? Let's pray. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.